can say, Semishenia may be cost between Barcelona and Real Madrid Football Club. It will be over 2.5. But then Madrid will win. But I don't know the exact score. And it came to pass. Now, as Catcher say Jude Bellingham and then Vinicius Junior Ebeshe goals. I mean, before the game, they comment say, but now I say Obwa. But I think so after the game, we saw that kind of moment in the game. So we'll check the tactical lineup. Xabi Alonso did Real Madrid. Me who happened to know Xabi Alonso wanted to tweak something for Real Madrid Football Club as compared to Barcelona starting lineup on the two. Now the 4-3-3 shape no the two. The catcher was say when it comes to Xabi Alonso this season, he always tries as much as possible to find the 4-3-3 dynamo system in making sure say Jude Bellingham will become the orchestra and then try as much as possible say or be inventing as an auxiliary striker supporting Kylian Mbappe at any moment or be finding yourself in the fox. That's the penalty yard box and the Jude Bellingham I find the rhythm to score a lot of goals in attacking terms for Xabi Alonso. I mean the Real Madrid Football Club side. Now into the 4-3-3, Alvaro Carreras airborne in the left full back, Dean Hoyson airborne as a left centre back, Militao as a right centre back, Federico Valverde as a right full back, then generated to become an inverted midfielder. Then no check your moving for Camavinga, Tchouaméni and Bellingham. Now Vinicius Junior, Kylian Mbappe and Arda Güler airborne in attacking moment for the Real Madrid Football Club. But my catcher say whenever you find Arda Güler playing in attacking moment for Real Madrid Football, it means that Xabi Alonso wants him to make an assist and score most of the goals. But if you see Arda Güler playing as a central midfielder, that means Xabi Alonso wants him to become a traditional number 8 and also support in controlling the tempo of the midfield for the side of Real Madrid Football Club. Now, so we'll check production man the first picture in Indian common. So we'll check most of the starting movement at the Real Madrid Football Club. But who say Papa reference Hans Flick try as much as possible. Say obebo the highline press system of football, but so say the free a chill horn. So the back displacement, Ebwa Emma Hans Flick, the tactical fluidity, Ebwa Emma possessive ball from the midfield, also from the defensive structure into the midfield very, very well. So the side of Xabi Alonso wanted to make sure that he will invert another tactical system. This time around, not the third man run system, but then he wanted to invert the oriented man pressing system and Abuama Real Madrid Football Club. It me oppress the side of Barcelona show very, very, very well. Sinabia, whenever be a Barca they will come in and then take the ball in terms of quick transition from the side of FC Barcelona. In terms of the man-oriented pressing system, Brian, you have the man-to-man pressing system, and then we have the distance marking system in Albania in this particular tactical football. So we share Kwayana Madrid Football Club. Efforts to oppress the side of FC Barcelona. Yanko first one. This was the exact moment of the distance marking tactical system. And another Madrid Football Club, AUSU, on-brain player ni bibli, but then Obe make sure a shot say na. On-brain ni bibli, but then Obe make sure say he would try to cover up the spaces. The Barcelona Football Club players wouldn't have that enough chance to transition the pass from the defensive structure into the midfield of that particular opposing halves. Now, see, I've got the second picture now. There's it. Madrid airball the man-to-man oriented pressing system there. Okay. But in terms of midfield, now you're checking the number of players in Madrid Football Club, I find myself in the midfield. Close to about 6 or 7 players in the midfield. And then the side of Real Madrid Football Club. Then you compare it to the side of FC Barcelona. Also, when you get that kind of man-to-man pressing system, but then Real Madrid Football Club, I find myself in a numerical superiority, trying as much as possible. Says a Madrid folk, Barca quine, I'm a Barca team control the centric of midfielder, or team and control ball in the midfield, so they will give themselves that kind of chance to make sure say Madrid will compete, especially in the midfield, trying as much as possible. Say Eduardo Camavinga, Tchouaméni, and then Arda Güler, Jude Bellingham will control the tempo in the midfield for Real Madrid Football Club, and then it worked perfectly for the side of Real Madrid Football Club. Adia Bakwa Xabi Alonso and say now some Barcelona for a year in the highline system of football now. Omo tries or make sure they wouldn't keep a lot of space. So Madrid, maybe I didn't come out. Madrid chance here or chance here in the left hand side of Omankasa house. Vini Junior you get Obise Kylian Mbappe Konosobo as a false number 9. Arda Güler betima switch it from the right hand side into the left hand side, making sure say Omobetima overload the left flanks of Barcelona or Mancasa opposing house or Jules Koundé in the right full back position. But this time around, they need to find a lot of exploited spaces. The side of Barcelona betima major away run. So what check here? Arda Güler trying so betima run into the deep, making sure so when you Alvaro Carreras any the side of Vinicius Junior more occupy the left hand side of Madrid or Mancaso posting as they will try as much as possible say in that kind of right fullback position for FC Barcelona or may overload you, and Barca wouldn't try as much as possible to transition most of the offensive passes into that particular limiter and intimate what side of FC Barcelona. Also again, so we'll switch it the next picture. Then you talk up, then you understand what I'm trying to talk about. Now this Real Madrid Football Club Ada Goulet. So Okwa anymore, he tries to obey am a lot of assists, obey create a lot of special moments in attacking third. This is a clear boy. You in this picture now. This is a clear boy. Ada Goulet try as much as possible. Say after so who say hand line it's my break here a lot of hollow spaces. Eda passage he needed to find Kylian Mbappe and then make sure that Kylian Mbappe able to find it in the space between the two center backs of FC Barcelona, and then he would try to make sure so Obefofele in scoring that particular first goal for the side of Real Madrid Football Club. But then Real Madrid for fans a concede on my first game, no, that's on my first goal. No, it was a total mistake from the defensive action of Real Madrid Football Club. Now this is the Dean Huijsen. Bien blaming no. And no one say blame Ada Goulet. But nipa me blaming no. Dean Huijsen. Onya born at that crucial moment. And say production bit me nya picture na dia to so amamia enkameni be Japan. Now, so on the picture na to so you understand say Dean Huijsen when you ball, you need to get the ball from the defensive structure into the midfield action. And pass the ball in from Kweti because at that time, checking the number of players are not more pressing Dean Huijsen. It wasn't that much. So you have that enable time to transition the pass from that particular back line into the midfield action of Real Madrid Football Club. But then he wanted to make a back pass to the side of Thibaut Courtois. Now Thibaut Courtois in your ball no check it. Obenya obi to say Militao or no Airben or Ada Goulet and so ba. Then you get obi to say Federico Valverde or no that the far right fullback position on also in your ball on the side of Real Madrid Football Club. Now Thibaut Courtois in your ball, you the next picture. Thibaut Courtois in your ball no. He needed to switch the ball so pressure than so. Okay. Also the ball no ma Eda Militao. Militao in your ball no. Instead of also switch it. And who say obi to say Ada Goulet in 15 will bet me the ball na man no. Also have a ball na man no. And the ball back to Thibaut Courtois BM. So when he gave the ball back to Thibaut Courtois needed to switch the ball from the 18-yard box into the right full-back position. Or the command prepare for Federico Valverde. When on the ball, he needed to get the ball back to Thibaut Courtois. I hold on to the ball no. Emma prepare for Ada Goulet. Now Ada Goulet in your ball no. For picture to check the number of players almost surrounding Ada Goulet at that particular material moment in time. Baby on the ball nema Ada Goulet no ochan who chabrebi enyi. So definitely best sleep ball away for the FC Barcelona football players to get that particular goal from the side of Ada Goulet. And a honor them who say it was a total blunder from Dean Huijsen. Dean Huijsen may blame from that particular early first goal after say Real Madrid football killing Mbappe any that first goal. No, I will not blame to say that particular goal. It's me, but for Barcelona equalizer. No, Dean Huijsen may blame because at that material moment there wasn't any other pressure. There was saying onunu mum ebo ball DC into the midfield. Send a bear ball be a quick transition for Real Madrid Football Club. But in all other rounds, Xabi Alonso mounted a good tactical system for Real Madrid Football Club, and they were able to have their way through for Madrid, winning against FC Barcelona in breaking that record. In Hansi Flick, it's me winning here, and it will be 5 games.
Mami Musa, a quick comment on this. Hansi Flick, the suspension now when not dug out now, in some way affected Barcelona now.
Affected Barcelona.
Or what dug out was still.
Instruction be given who say na assistant coach need instruction be free it's rubber and once say who go into the game coaches be 2 days to the game or more prepare or more team very well,
yeah,
so they know the strategy, they know how they can do things around and turn things around. So no need that out to organize what stance anymore. He will just have an information on the second coach, and that's what I think Barcelona needed. Every strategy from the training grounds onto the field of play, and I don't think say the absence of Hansi Flick can not dug out and influence Barcelona momentum about good quality football. We should credit Xabi Alonso because you'll be engineering deal with big games, but Enra game na from start to finish he dominated every pattern, and then he showed Hansi Flick say this time around he is that kind of elite coach. I was seeing there very, very, very well, Brian.
But I say big brother Maestro and I'll tell you, say